going to be turning this ski pole into a mallet shaft. Back before we could buy them online, this is just how we all did it. It's also a cheaper way to do it if you can get them at your local thrift shop.
I'm going to cannibalize this green mallet for its Fixcraft Connect hardware.
Unlike the Fixcraft Connect system, our ski pole doesn't have any threads inside of it, so we're going to need to make our first cut as far towards this end as we can to keep as much of the taper on there so we can wedge a nut up against the walls of the shaft.
Good stuff, plenty of taper here for the nut to wedge up against when we slide it in from the back end of the shaft. Speaking of which, we actually need to get the grip off too.
Alright, so now that we have access to the front and back holes of our shaft, we're going to slide our nut and bolt all the way in so that we can figure out where exactly it lands in this tapered end. So I'm just using the screwdriver to probe in there and see exactly where the nut wedges against the walls of the shaft. We're going to compare that length to our bolt, and you can see that it's longer than the bolt is, so we're going to need to cut just a little bit off of that tapered end to make it reach.
Make small cuts here because you lose the taper a lot quicker than you think. If the nut's able to slide through, your shaft is done.
We're just going to take that same test and run it back, see how it landed this time. We're going to slide our nut and bolt in there and let it land where it lands. Take that same screwdriver and probe the location. See the result. Nice.
Our ski pole isn't fitting into the mallet head, so we're heading over to the kitchen. If I had a blowtorch, I'd use it, but the stove is going to work just fine. This is the connection system up close. We're using that red piece, so we just need to recreate the notch and then put it all together. So there you have it. The teeth are digging into the mallet head. The plastic melted around the shaft as evidence of a nice snug fit. And I guess I could have done a better job with the notch, but it's gonna work.
And there you have it, a ski pole bike polo mallet shaft. Fun little project while we're all here on quarantine. Have fun playing.